Ladies, get checked. Her mom died at the exact same age as she did with breast cancer. Hey my honey bunches, welcome back to Bougie Bites with Honey. Today guys, we are doing a seafood boil in a bag. I made it in the oven myself. So today we have some crab legs, some mussels, some lobster tail, sausage, asparagus, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. To drink we have some of this bougie Eternal Sparkling Water, I'm sorry. And some butter sauce, and we got some king crab ATL seasoning and butter sauce as well on top of it. Let's smash, y'all. So how is everyone doing today, guys? I hope well. The butter has king crab ATL seasoning, Kerrygold butter, and just garlic. That's bomb. I want to taste it first. So as you can see from the title, we are going to do a little bit of an awareness to breast cancer. I've been putting it off. We kind of talked about it a little in the, I haven't had black mussels in so long. In the pickled food challenge video. But I didn't go too deep. I still don't want to go too deep, but I didn't want to let the whole month go by and not share a little bit of my story. Can y'all see my hoodie? I bought this from Publix like 5 years ago, and it still fits. I wear it every year. Sausage. Beef sausage today, y'all. That's bomb. Okay, what else we got? Got these little potatoes. They're the sweet yellow gold potatoes. That's hot. We're gonna wait on that. Okay, we're gonna wait. So, y'all know I'm going to procrastinate to the end because I don't like talking about anything sad. But we're going to smile and just make it do what it do. It is what it is, right? Oh, let me get this asparagus. So, mentioned before, I had a best friend that died from breast cancer. That's bomb. Her name was Kiva, and we met, I don't know, probably 8 years ago. We just became cool, like super quick. We clicked immediately. That's good. Snow crab, y'all. Don't that look good? They're small though. Yeah, we met and clicked immediately. Once I found out we both love Beyonce, it was like we've been born together. We were meant to be. So, long story short, you know, we traveled together. She lived in Atlanta, but she also still had a place in New York. So we go to New York together. Y'all know it's good if I lick a finger. Dang, that's good. I had just had my son when I met her. She had a son. So we just had a lot in common that we shared. We lived, not the whole time, but the majority of the years we did live like right down the road from each other. I don't like doing story times when the food is so good. So I never knew anything was wrong, y'all. I'm just gonna fast forward. Didn't saw signs. Patterns was a little bit different, but didn't see any signs. So we went to New York to see Beyonce, right? 4 seats. I'm sorry, standing. So where we could touch her. And we did. We had the time of our lives at the Barclays Center. I flew there, but she drove. So, you know, she can have time with family and move around the way she wanted. But on the way back, I was like, forget it. I'm going to drive home with you. So it took us 20-something hours to get back to Atlanta. So it was a good old road trip. I'm glad it happened because I got more time with her. Well, this is the last time I'm going to be able to wear this hoodie. So fast forward, she all of a sudden felt the need to buy a house. Like, and we worked together. Did I say that? We worked together as well. But she later left the company. So at this point, she had already left the company. But she felt this urgent need to buy a house all of a sudden. Good God. So, bought the house. She wanted to do this big old party. Okay, she's very much a life of any party. So that wasn't too shocking. But I was like, okay, we're doing a lot. It was like a gathering this weekend, a gathering that weekend. Always a reason, a need to celebrate, right? So, some things I could show up for, some things I couldn't because we didn't have a babysitter. It was just us in Atlanta. And she was married, so you don't want to show up like solo, and everybody else is married as well, so it always posed a challenge at that point. But she never complained. She was always understanding if I couldn't make something or if I could. So then they had like this big fight party. Some big boxing fight. Y'all know the famous boxing people. I don't. So we went. I couldn't stay. I didn't want to have my son out that late. Because y'all know those fights start really late. So I went just to show my face. Her family all came down from New York. Like I said, new house, new everything. So I was like, okay, I gotta go. I just wanted to, you know, see your face, hug your neck. Left. I did stay for that fight. I'm sorry. Next event was her birthday. I couldn't stay. I didn't want my son out for that. Because, you know, it's drinking, it's everything. I was like, nah. So my husband, we went, stayed maybe 15 minutes, and then we left and went back home. I always had a nagging feeling about that, y'all. And it wasn't like it was a, oh, I turned 30, I turned 40 birthday. It was like a random birthday, but she wanted to go so big. I'm like, why, you know? Like, I get why, but it's a lot of parties. So then, fast forward, I lost my granny. That was the first death I'd ever experienced in life. Like, I didn't know what to do. I shut down from her. I shut down from family. I shut down from the world. The only people who had communication with me were those co-workers that I worked with, that were friends. You know how you have work friends. They had access to me because they had to see me. During that time, she would call and say, hey, I'm down the street. Because remember, she moved away to a different neighborhood. I'm down the street. Like, I'm gonna come through, or whatever the case may be. And I wouldn't answer the phone. I don't want to talk to nobody. So this went on for a couple of months. Because I didn't know how to snap out of the grief, right? Finally, I'm at work one day. My girlfriend, who I've talked about before, the one that helped me through my grandmother and, you know, made me eat and everything. She walks up to me and says, you know your friend died, right? I was like, what? Because they didn't necessarily get along. They didn't have the best of friendships, you know. But she still came over and said it. So I was like, who? She was like, Kiva. I was like, stunned. Like, I played it left. Like, oh, you know, all right, I'll see what happened. Like, I wasn't really bothered. But inside I was crushed. I was numb. And then I flashed back to... Sorry, y'all couldn't see nothing I was eating back here. I flashed back to my iPad. We had like this family friend... I don't know how to say it, but on iPad you can connect your albums with certain people. So I was able to see events going on in her life. She could see events in my life. So my mind flashed forward to, or flashed back to, me seeing funeral homes, pictures, caskets, hearses. And I saw it pop up on my iPad, but I just clicked off of it. That was the last thing I wanted to see. I knew it was her photo album, but it never dawned on me that it was her funeral. Because why would she be uploading pictures of her funeral? But it was her friends and family, or family, uploading to the album pictures of her funeral. Y'all, I was sick. Sick. So, I forgot to say, I changed my phone number during that time as well. I didn't want to reach anyone. So she had been calling me, trying to find me. And I never, of course I could assume everyone's trying to reach me, but I didn't care. People were emailing me. To this day, people are still emailing me. What happened to you? Where you at? I just didn't want to deal with life, y'all. So yeah, I missed the entire funeral. I missed the entire process of her. So what happened was, she found out she had breast cancer. She knew and didn't say anything. So I went through the anger phase. Like, why didn't you tell me? Because at that point, she did have access to me. She kept it hidden from everyone. Finally, she's in the house. The pain is so much. She told her husband, all right, go ahead and take me to the hospital. Excuse me. Sorry. I found this out, guys, because obviously once I found out, connected the dots that it was her funeral, I called her husband instantly. And I started responding to that chat, to the iPad chat thing. And one of her cousins hit me back, who I obviously knew from being around them in New York and when they visited Atlanta. And was like, yeah, she's gone, blah, blah, blah. So I never had her husband's number, but they gave me her husband's number. So I reached out. His name is Corey. Reached out to Corey, and he was just telling me everything that she went through during that time. I want y'all to know, as I'm telling the story, this food is going in my body. It's good, but I'm like a robot. My feelings is like a robot right now. So he said she finally couldn't take it anymore. He took her to the hospital, and they said it was too late. There was no saving her. So he brought her home. He took a leave of absence. They both had great jobs. Great life, you know. Took a leave of absence. I'm trying not to lose my appetite as I talk to y'all. And he took care of her. Bathed her. She couldn't get up to potty, obviously. So he had to, help her out with that. Feed her. Everything. Then finally, they had to call an ambulance to come get her because she was getting way too sick at home for him to care for her. So she had to go into like the hospice place. Meanwhile, her son, Bonte, didn't know how to cope with any of this. So he disappeared. I think he should have been like a senior in high school or something like that. He stopped coming around, he started running the streets hard. Being a knucklehead, didn't know how to handle what he was feeling. So, what was I saying? He wasn't doing right. She kept hanging on for him. She kept telling her husband that I will come around. I will call eventually. Then she was like, it's blue crab season. So, you know she gonna come. She gonna call me then. Because she gonna want to eat blue crabs together. We love seafood. We love blue crabs. We had just went to this big Mardi Gras crawfish festival together. We took pictures. I'm not gonna post them because I'm not gonna watch this video back. I'm cutting the front, cutting the back. I'm gonna try. I already did my little B-Love wave thing so I know when to cut without having to watch the video. So, lots to tell y'all. It's all shriveled up. Sorry. Yeah, so that's the part that broke my heart. The fact that she knew I would call. To her last day, she kept saying I was going to call. And then, you know, when they get to sleeping all day long, the body starts to change even more. You know, it's just the last minute. So finally, her son decides to show up to the hospice. And after she saw him, she didn't have a reason to hang on. She just needed that last time with him. And then she let go as soon as he left that night. Her husband was there, but when he woke up, she had done passed on. In her sleep. So for years, I've had this guilt not being there. That lots of tales is good, y'all. It's real good. I have this guilt. I don't have any more because I've had so much time to pray about it and, you know, yeah, that's it. Just pray about it. But I lost a lot of sleep. Let's see another one of these. Because it's like on one hand, I was glad to know I was a thought. But on the other hand, I was mad at myself. Like, I was mad he told me. I didn't want to hear that part that she was looking for me. Yep, I didn't want to deal with reality. So that's the long and the short. Ladies, get checked. Her mom died at the exact same age as she did with breast cancer. The exact same age. It's tough to live knowing that it's hereditary for some people. Sorry. It's not for me. My grandmother died of cancer, but it wasn't hereditary. Leukemia is not hereditary. So I don't really live in fear that, oh, I'm going to get cancer. But you just never know. Heck, it could be, I was raised by my stepfather. So who knows what my father's side has, you know? A lot of times we just think of your mom's side. Nope. So get checked. I had my appointment last week, but due to work meetings, I had to cancel. Now I have to wait a whole nother month for my annual appointment. But ladies, make sure you're getting that. Men as well. I don't know why a lot of y'all think men don't get it, but they do. They definitely do. I'm gonna bite this together. The pepper with that lobster. Dang, I'm gonna have to let y'all go. Video too long. Oh man, it broke off. This shirt gotta go straight in the trash. Actually, I'm about to log off and try to do some laundry. Where my crab went? Oh. I have so much to do, y'all. Power's back, so I'm gonna enjoy that as well. I'm gonna eat this last one for y'all. I would love to show y'all how I make mine in the bag. It's so much flavor. Yeah, that butter. If y'all have not went online to check out King Crab ATL, get some seasoning. Even if you don't have the butter, get the seasoning. I use Kerrygold butter with it. It does not taste just like his sauce. His sauce is right here. But you can still taste it came from the same family. That's bomb. Alright, I'm going to let y'all go. Yeah, I'm going to see y'all next week. Or what day is it? No, we're still in the same week. I don't know. I can't think right now. But I'm going to see y'all next video. I hope you guys have a great week. Make great choices. Be kind to one another, guys. Be kind. Stop bothering people's children. I keep saying that. I'm going to see y'all then. Peace.